we truly making progress toward equality in retirement savings, or are we just masking deeper systemic issues? Despite remarkable resilience in pension contributions throughout the first half of 2025, new data from PensionBee, https://www.pensionbee.com/UK, reveals a troubling reality. Gender inequality in pensions remains as entrenched. But here's where it gets controversial. While savers are holding steady amid economic uncertainty, the gap between men and women continues to widen, begging the question, what will it take to finally level the playing field? The analysis, drawn from 286,000 PensionBee customers as of June 30, 2025, shows that average quarterly contributions stood at £1,624 this year, compared to £1,677 during the same period in 2024, a modest 3% decline. This slight drop could signal a market stabilizing after the record-high contributions seen last year, which were fueled by an increase in the annual allowance. While these figures reflect admirable commitment, they also spotlight a stubborn issue that refuses to go away: the glaring gender disparity in pension savings. Let's break it down further. In the first half of 2025, men contributed an average of £1,845 per quarter, while women lagged behind with contributions averaging £1,347. That's a staggering 27% difference, which mirrors recent findings from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP. Their research uncovered an even more alarming statistic. Among those nearing retirement, there exists a jaw-dropping 48% gender pensions gap. These numbers aren't just abstract figures. They represent real people who may face financial insecurity later in life. Interestingly, male contributions dropped by 4% compared to the previous year, from £1,920, whereas female contributions remained almost unchanged, from £1,349. This suggests something intriguing about how men and women respond differently to financial pressures and market fluctuations. For instance, women appear to be maintaining their contributions despite ongoing economic challenges, showing incredible determination. On the other hand, men seem more likely to adjust their savings based on external factors like income changes or investment conditions. Could this hint at deeper societal norms influencing saving behaviors? It's worth pondering. There is, however, a silver lining. The gap between employed and self-employed savers has narrowed significantly. During the first half of 2025, self-employed individuals contributed an average of £1,635 per quarter, compared to £1,679 for employed savers, a mere £44 difference. This marks a notable improvement from 2024, when contribution levels were higher but far less balanced. Specifically, contributions fell by 4% for the self-employed, down from $1,708, and by 1% for employed savers, down from $1,702. This shift highlights growing financial inclusivity within the self-employed community, which has historically faced greater hurdles in long-term savings. Lisa Picardo, Chief Business Officer UK at PensionBee, weighed in on the findings, emphasizing the urgency of addressing these inequalities. We can't afford to let today's contribution gaps translate into tomorrow's poverty and retirement, she said. While it's encouraging to see average contributions remain strong, the persistent gender divide in pension savings is deeply concerning. Picardo went on to explain why this matters so much. Over decades, systemic inequalities, such as lower earnings and career interruptions due to caregiving responsibilities, have compounded, leaving women at a significant disadvantage. With official DWP figures showing a 48% private wealth gap between men and women approaching retirement, it's clear that action is needed now. Policy reforms must address these structural barriers head-on, Picardo urged. At the same time, employers in the pensions industry need to step up efforts to support better retirement outcomes for women. So where do we go from here? Is enough being done to tackle the root causes of this disparity? Or are we simply treating symptoms without addressing the underlying disease? Consider this. If women consistently earn less and shoulder more unpaid labor, shouldn't our systems adapt to ensure fairer outcomes? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree that policy changes and employer intervention are key to closing the gender pensions gap? Or do you think individual responsibility plays a bigger role?